Hi all. Okay, I'm Tartar Magic. I was asked a few questions the last few weeks, and I was like, you know what? I might as well just do a video explaining these things because, in all honesty, I don't like typing or texting. So this is my lazy way of answering. I was asked a few times why I don't do lives in the different groups that I post my things in. I don't do lives in any other groups. I used to do lives and tutorials and pre-video, do other videos and upload them showing step-by-steps in groups. But then I stopped doing that for whatever reasons. And I just do my videos of my finished results. I've just started doing videos showing before and afters, but the remainder of my lives still stand in my own personal group, which I'm not promoting, and my YouTube channel. I don't promote my own group because my group is more of it's a craft group, but it's also I call it a symbolic group because I like to have people in there that I know, that we know each other. We are all friends. We all are teaching each other things, but we're also checking on each other like, are you okay? It's more of a personal thing where I've always wanted just a small group. And I always wanted to have it as we are friends. It's not just a bunch of people, that I honestly really don't know. I wanted it to be where we all would be bonded as friends. We would learn from each other, but we would stay in our group, and then we would teach people that come in. It's like, passing on the torch, meaning you come in, you might not know, you learn, instead of leaving, and then, you still stay there and you still show what you've learned, as well as when someone new comes in, pass the torch, you teach them. And that's why I don't promote my group, because it's not that type of group. It's a group where I can honestly say these people are more than just members. They are my friends, they are my family, and they have been my ride or die support all these years. And without them, I wouldn't be any of this, trust me. So that's one. I also want to say thank you to all the admins that have allowed me to post my creations and everything in their groups, and as well as I just want to say, as far as what I do, I have my method. We all have our methods, but I don't try to force my methods on anyone. If anyone asks me how I accomplish something, I'm willing to tell them. I don't, everyone in my group has their own methods. Like, it's not where it's a thing of, if it's not my method, it's not, no, my opinion is whatever works for you. This works for me, whatever works for Carla, whatever works for Dana, whatever works for Joe, that's fine. We can all be a part of a group where we don't all have the same methods. You get what I'm saying? We're all individual people. We all know what works for what we do, and you know what I'm saying? So like I said, I have my own method. I've practiced this method. I've been doing this for years. Actually, I started customizing electronics computers. I actually started because, to be honest, I was bored one day. I know the life of a computer engineer seems to be exciting, but no, I just repair computers at different businesses, and I'm always in the back of the buildings. And so I got some bling from a store. I don't know which group this is going to be in, and a lot of them you can't say even the store name, so it might just a boy's name or maybe a girl's name, depends. But I got some bling from them, and I just customized my laptop, and then I went to work the next day because I bring my business laptops with me all the time. And they were like, oh, I'm loving this. And that's how that started 7 years ago. This is my business laptop. I think the best way, I think we all promote ourselves, whether you do tumblers, whether you do apparel, you wear, or you have what you have with you when you go to where you're going. Same thing with me. When I go to a different business and I need to, when I always bring my business laptop, hey, and that's how it goes. And so I did that for a few years, but then I wanted to learn something else. And this was before I even knew that Facebook had groups. I only came on Facebook to play Farmville. I was addicted to Farmville. If any of you all, I spent real money on Chromebook. Point being, and so I would go in these different groups, and I actually didn't know a lot. I didn't know about affiliations with the groups, meaning a lot of groups, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you say, hey, where do I buy bling? If you see everybody saying that one name, I thought in the beginning it was because that was the best. Not saying it wasn't, but you have to understand, if that's an affiliated group, that's the only one that's allowed. I didn't know any of this, but the point being, you learn as you go. You know what I'm saying? I would ask questions, and people would say this stone is the best stone, or this glue is the best glue. And please know, I bought them all. I bought all glues. I had a very large glue graveyard. I had all bling. I still have all bling. But eventually you have to learn what works for you. If the question is, why do I post the things in groups? It's because I like to reach out to, even if it's a group with thousands of people in it, even if one person goes, you know what, I like that, but that's not how I would have done it, and it stimulates them to do something. I think that's awesome. I like to think outside of my comfort zone, and I like to just, I don't know, I like to just go out there and try it and do it. And that's what I was doing for years. I was learning different adhesives, what works for me, different surfaces, all surfaces, and then I went with that. So as far as pre-prep, my opinion is this works for me. If you don't feel like it works for you, nothing's wrong with that. If you have your own method, there's nothing wrong with that. I find nothing wrong with that. I feel like everybody is different, yet we all get along, we all are the same, and that's all I care about. So with these, I again was stepping outside my comfort zone. I used to be addicted to rhinestone, what is it, yeah, no, I'm not going to remember it now, the chain link, rhinestone chain links. I was using them on everything, on laptops, everything, for years, but then I got addicted to rhinestone sheets, and then I didn't look back. But I love doing different patterns on things. I love using different things I love that. I love different, and it's not even a forced thing. I've always been different, meaning I didn't, and I don't mean like, oh, I didn't learn like a lot of people learn. You know, a lot of people are fast learners. Some people are slow learners. Some people are in the middle. I was actually a very slow learner, but once I got it, I got it. And like I said, I just like showing things that I've done, because I like you to think, I would have never thought to do that. This is a child's little box. I love this. I just was like, you know what? Like I said, I'm just showing these things just to, like I said, just to say, hey, why don't you try it? This was a lunch bag, but I did this. Why? Why not? Now this, I wanted to show this because this is actually a rhinestone sheet made like this. Did you know you could do this? You can just get a clear thing of rhinestones on a rhinestone sheet and get you your permanent markers in different colors, and you can literally make this. And even if you go, okay, what about if I just have individual glass stones? Yes, you can do this. And you go, oh no, that'll dull it. No, it won't. How you know? Try it. Get one glass stone, get a permanent marker, do it, and then you'll see. A lot of times I get messages where people who have never even tried anything that I've done, they just tell you, you know, you should stop posting stuff like that because that doesn't make sense, or their way is the best way. And all I would say is, if you've never even tried it, to come back and make a comment that is dumb, well, that's dumb. So like I said, nothing's wrong with everybody having their own methods, but I just find it sad when it comes down to the point where we start bashing people's methods if it's not the same as theirs, because that's a form of control, and I don't like that. So like I said, I don't know if this is, and another thing is, why do I do tutorials a lot? Because people feel like, you know, don't get me wrong, a lot of people do tutorials and they like to charge people for their tutorials, and there's nothing wrong with that. I always said from the beginning that if I ever learned how to do this, that I would do free tutorials, because I would always say, everyone is not the same. Everybody's not balling with money and can afford these tutorials. They got people right now, they just want to learn something. So a lot of people just want to do it as a hobby. Some people actually want to just have this as a start off business and just want to start off, and they just want to learn to start, because everybody starts, not everybody, because some people, they balling, they're not starting from the bottom, but a lot of people like me were starting from the bottom. Yes, I run a business, but understand, I wasn't running a business enough where I can be able to go, hey, let me just start spending large amount of monies on a dream. And funny story is, now this is actually, I make more with this than I do even with the repairing computers. So, and I was repairing computers for over 25 years. That's my business, computers, repair and sales. So all I'm saying to anybody out there, you can do this. Even if you fail. I failed a bunch of times for a whole year, but I had a bunch of positive people that kept telling me, you can do this, keep trying, until I eventually got it. And I'm thankful, and that's why I still support and ride with these people, because they were with me from the beginning and they're still with me. So to all my girls, my divas, keep sparkling. Bye all.